Hello students, this is Akshay and you're watching your favorite channel Alpha and Omega, and in today's class we are going to start angles in a triangle, and this is very important topic for IGCSE Maths Year 9 as well as Year 8. So I hope you will understand the basic concepts of the angle in a triangle, as well as you will be able to understand after this lesson about some basic features of the interior angles and the external angles of a triangle. So let us start without any delay and let us understand what is triangle and what are its types and what are its basic facts about interior angles and exterior angles. So let us say this is a triangle, as you can see, and in a triangle basically it's a three-sided shape. Okay, so it has basically three sides, right? So if I mark it here, is the first side, this is the second side, and this one is the third side, right? So we have three sides here, okay, and these three sides may or may not be equal. Okay, if they are equal, I have denoted by them A, and A. And if they are not equal, they may be assigned by A, B and C. So it's not compulsory that in triangle all the three sides will be equal. Okay, it may or may not be equal. It's a three-sided shape. Okay, and what's the next feature? All its sides are straight. Okay, so basically in a triangle, it's compulsory that its all sides should be straight, right? If I make a triangle like this, let's say this one, right? It is also a triangular shaped structure, but it cannot be straightforward called triangle. Okay, it looks like a triangle, but it is not a triangle because its side should be straight, right? Okay, let's move forward and let's know its next feature. Its next feature, it's a 2D shape, right? It's not a 3D structure. Okay, so triangle is a 2D shape. Okay, and basically if you want to see the 3D shape of a triangle, you should go and watch Pyramids of the Egypt, right? So Pyramids of the Egypt are a 3D shape. All right, anyway, let's move ahead. Let's know the next feature of it. It has three interior angles that added up equals to 180 degree. That means if I say these are the three angles, alright, and these are called interior angles of any triangle, and let's mark it up. This angle is A, this angle is B, and this angle is C. Then according to its last feature, has three interior angles that added up equal to 180 degree. Then I will say that A plus B plus C equals to 180 degree. So So if somebody asks you, or if any kind of definition is asked about the triangle, then this is a precise definition. You can say that a three-sided shape, okay, a structure which is surrounded by three-sided shape, okay, which are totally straight, and it's a 2D shape, and in which all the three interior angles sum up equals to 180 degree. That kind of structure is basically called a triangle. Okay, let's move ahead and let's know some other basic things about triangle. Okay, so what are the types of the triangles? Okay, so first and very frequent type of triangle is an equilateral triangle. What are the features of the equilateral triangle? It has three equal sides. So as I discussed earlier, the sides of the triangle may or may not be equal. Okay, but the triangle in which all the sides are equal to each other, that kind of triangle is called equilateral triangle. I hope you understand. So here I can show you that this side, and this is the bottom, right? The third side. All the three sides are equal. Therefore, this triangle is called what? Equilateral triangle. Okay. So if this side is A, then this side is also A, and this side is also counted as A. Okay. So all the three sides are equal. Okay, all its interior angles has the same value. Okay, so that means all the interior angles here of this triangle are also same. If this one is X, this one is X, then this one is also X. So let's move ahead And the third and last, if the angles in the triangle add up to 180 degree, what must be each interior angles in equilateral triangle? So it's very simple, and we know that all the triangle in any triangles, the sum of the all interior angles is equals to 180 degree. That means here we can say that x, and these are 3 x's, right? So 3x should be equals to 180 degree. Alright, so by that definition I can say that each and every angle should be equals to 60 degree. It's a simple algebra here. So therefore I can say that this angle is 60 degree, 60 degree and 60 degree. All the 3 angles are equal to 60 degree and equal to each other as well. Anyway, let's move ahead. Let's know the other type of a triangle. Okay, so the second type is basically what? An isosceles triangle. Alright, so an isosceles triangle, they have 2 equal sides, right? So in a triangle in which only 2 sides equals to each other are called what? Isosceles triangle. Okay, and basically they have 2 interior angles that are the same. These are called the base angles. Okay, so basically in an isosceles triangle, you can say that the angles, the opposite angles of the 2 equal sides are always equals to each other. Alright, so if this side is equal to this side, then I can say that the opposite angle, so opposite angle to this side is this, and the opposite angle of this side is this, right? So if I name these sides, right? If I name this vertex as capital A, capital B, and capital C, okay, and this side be A, this side be B, and this side be C, then I can say that the opposite angle to small b is a capital B, the opposite angle to the small a is a capital C, right? So therefore, I can say that since A is equals to B, therefore I can say that capital B, angle capital B is equals to angle capital C. So these are the base angles and they are always equals to each other in any isosceles triangle. Okay, let's move ahead and let's do the third type of the triangle. It's a very common triangle, okay. In the nature, these kind of structures you can easily see, right? Scalene triangle. Okay, so scalene triangle, basically all the 3 sides are not equal to each other, okay, and all 3 angles are interior angles of a triangle. This kind of triangles are different, right? So in a scalene triangle, the sides are different to each other and the interior angles are also different to each other. Alright, so as you can see that 60 degree, 40 degree and 80 degree, these 3 all angles are different. Alright, and the sizes of all the 3 sides is also different here. So these kind of triangles are called scalene triangle. Okay, so all of its sides are different lengths, okay, and all of its interior angles are different, but you must know that the sum of all the interior angles, that is 80 plus 60 plus 40, is equals to 180 degree. Okay, and the next type of triangle is what? A right angle triangle. Alright, so do you think you know the properties of the right angle triangles? Yeah, you will know after this slide, right? So this is a right angle triangle here, okay. It's a basic feature that the one of the angle of any triangle, if it is 90 degree, that means it is called right angle triangle. Alright, so one of the angles is a right angle, that is equals to 90 degree, and the other 2 sides, the other 2 angles will be added up also 90 degree, because 90 plus 90 is 180 degree. If it is the 90 degree, then the rest of the 2 angles are also sum of equals to 90 degree. That means I can say that here that A plus B also equals to 90 degree. Alright, and let's move ahead and let's know the third and last most feature. The longest side of the triangle, right angle triangle, is always called hypotenuse. Alright, so this side is the longest side, it is called hypotenuse. And for your kind information, this side, right, this is called perpendicular. Okay, so this one is a perpendicular, okay. Let me show it very clearly. Perpendicular. Alright, this side is perpendicular, okay, and this is base, right? And this side is basically called a base. Alright, so this is a base. So this side on which the perpendicular is standing, it's called a base, okay, and this is called perpendicular, and this line joining the two sides of perpendicular and base is called hypotenuse. So here you can see that if I mark this as capital A, if I mark this as a capital B, and if I mark this as a capital C, that means AB is a perpendicular, BC is a base, and AC is a hypotenuse. Okay, and based on these three facts, you know that the Pythagoras theorem there is, and in the Pythagoras theorem you know that the hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's know this next type of things, and let's start with the exercise, right? So yeah, so now we are going to start the exercise based on triangle and its learning, right? So in this triangle on the right, two of the angles are the same, right? So you know that if the two angles of any triangle are same, that means it is isosceles triangle. Okay, so work out the sides of the lateral angles. So these two angles we need to know. All right, so how we will measure these angles? So here you can see that this angle is a 40 degree. All right, and this one is x, and this one is x. That means this angle sides and this angles, this triangles, these two sides are always equals to each other. Okay, so that means I can say that for the question number A, I can say that 40 degree plus x is equals to 180 degree. Alright, so that means 40 degree plus 2x equals to 180 degree, and that means 2x is equals to 140 degree, that means x is equals to 70 degree. So I can say that this angle is 70 degree and this angle is also 70 degree. I hope you understood the basic concept of the isosceles triangle. Okay. Yeah. So in the same question, there is a question number B. What is the name of the special triangle like this? Okay. These kind of triangle, you know that if the two angles of any triangle, if these are equal to each other, that means these kind of triangles are called what? Isosceles triangle. These two sides are also equal to each other, the opposite sides. Okay, the opposite sides of the equal angles in any triangles are always equal to each other. So for the question number B, it's the isosceles triangle. Okay. For the question number C, what is the special about the sides of the AC and AB in this triangle? We already discussed that in isosceles triangle, the opposite sides of the two equal angles are always equals, right? So here AC equals to AB, alright? So AC is equals to AB. Okay, now let's move ahead. Now I will tell you that there are some special feature about a triangle, alright? And I also want to introduce those features to you. Okay, so here if I make a structure of a triangle, okay? If this is a triangle, okay, let me make this a structure here. Okay, in this triangle, if I draw a line, okay, here if I draw a line, okay, and also here I draw a line. Okay, in this structure you can clearly see that these angles, these angles, right? If I mark this side as a A, this side as a B, and this side as a C, alright? There is an angle A, this is an angle B, and this is an angle C. Okay? Then we clearly know that the angle A and angle B and angle C, these are interior angles, right? So the sum of the all interior angles of any triangle is equal to 180 degree. But what about these angles, right? These angles. Let me mark it up. This angle, and this angle. Alright, so these angles, which are basically, supplementary angles, basically angle B on the both sides, these are sum of equals to 180 degree. Because it's a straight line angle. In the previous lesson, we learned that angle made on a straight line is basically 180 degree, right? So that means I can say that this angle is equals to 180 degree minus B. Alright, and this angle is 180 degree minus angle A. Okay, and here this angle, this external angle is also equal to 180 degree minus C. Okay, now what is the special about these three exterior angles? So let me show you one special feature. The all exterior angles are sum up equals to 360 degree. Alright, so the exterior angle of any triangle sum up equals to 360 degree. Okay, so here this and this, all three angles are summing up equals to 360 degree. Okay, and what other special things about the exterior angles? So in any exterior angle, you will amazed to know that in any external angle, the opposite two angles, the adjacent sides, right? This is adjacent, this one is also adjacent, right? So this angle A and C are summing up equals to the exterior angle of any triangle. So angle 180 minus B is equals to A plus C. Okay, so I can say that 180 degree minus B is equals to, here this angle A and angle C is equals to angle A plus angle C. And by the definition, we all know that 180 degrees equals to angle A plus angle B plus angle C. So it's very clear that angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equals to 180 degree. So by this feature, I can also write it like that, right? So if we go reverse, then we know that this angle 180 minus B is equals to angle A plus angle C. I hope you understand the basic feature of the exterior angle of any triangle. Okay, let's move ahead and let's take some good questions about it. Okay, these are two exterior angles, as you can see. Okay, find the size of angles marked with a letter in each of these diagrams. Okay, so in a question A, it's saying this is an external angle. You can see that. Okay, this angle is 82 degree and this one is a 27 degree. Okay, so let me draw a line here. Okay, we can do both the questions on the separate sides. Okay, here this angle, I already told you that this external angle is equals to opposite two angles, opposite two interior angles. Okay, so it's a basic feature that angle A is equals to 82 degree plus 27 degree. Alright, so angle A equals to 7 plus 9 equals to 109 degree. Alright, so here I can clearly say that this angle A is equal to 109 degree. 109 degree. So this one become 109 degree. Okay, now let's take this question number B. Okay, in a question number B, I can clearly see that this is again external angle, and I already told you that external angle of any triangle is always equals to the sum of two opposite interior angles. Okay, so these are angle opposite. These are two opposite angles, right? Okay, and these are interior angles. So this angle B should be equals to 20 plus 110. Okay, so then we can write it like this. So angle B is equals to 20 degree plus 110 degree. All right, and angle B is equals to 130 degree because 20 plus 110 is equals to 130 degree. Okay, all right, we understood the basic concept of the exterior angles, right? Okay, let's move ahead. Let's take question number C. In the question number C, this is angle C, right? And we need to know this is a simple exercise. Okay, and if you want to do, you can pause the video and you can do it by yourself if you want to make it practice, and then you can play it again. Okay, so here I can say that angle C is equals to 55 degree plus 80 degree. All right. So here I can say that angle C is equals to 55 plus 80 degree. So here 80 plus 50 is 130, 130 plus 5, 135 degree. So this is 135 degree angle C. So I can clearly say that this angle is 135 degree. Okay, I hope you understood this question very easily. Okay, let's move ahead and let's take the next question. A town planner has drawn this diagram to show the three parts of the park, but they have missed out the angle marked x. Okay, work out the value of the x. So here, this is an x angle that you need to find. Okay, and this is a straight line. If you join it, let's make this construction complete. Okay, so here, let's join this line. Right. If I join this line, I can see that this is a 75 degree. Okay, and this one is a 35 degree. Okay, if this is 75, this is 35, then we know that an angle on a straight line is equals to 180 degree. So I can say that very clearly, that if I make a line, straight line, alright, then on a straight line this angle is equal to 180 degree, right? So that means these three angles are also equal to 180 degree, alright? So now if I say this, that 75 degree plus whatever angle it is, let's say this is y, right? Y plus 35. I hope you understand. So 75 degree plus y, this one is a y, right? Let's mark it up as a y. Okay, so 75 degree plus y plus 35 degree equals to how much? It's 110 degree. Sorry, 180 degree. I'm sorry, 180 degree. Alright, so 75 plus 35 degree, it's equals to 110. So y plus 110 degree is equal to 180 degree. That means y is equals to 180 minus 110 degree. So y is equals to 70 degree, because 180 degree minus 110 degree is equal to 70 degree. So now we find out that this y is equal to 70 degree. Alright, so this is 70 degree. Okay, so if the y is equal to 70 degree, this one is a 45. We can easily know the value of the x here. Okay, so this one is a 70 degree. Alright, so now I can say that x plus 70 degree plus 45 degree is equals to 180 degree. I hope you understand it clearly. So x plus 70 plus 45, so x plus 70 plus 45, it's 115 degree, right? So 115 degree is equals to 180 degree, alright? So here I can say that x is equals to 180 degree minus 115 degree. I hope you guys understand it very clearly. So x is equal to how much? 180 minus 110 is 70 degree, 70 minus 5 is 65 degree. So I can say that this is 65 degree. So here the value of the x, we can clearly say that this angle is equal to 65 degree. So the missing angle that the town planner could not do was a 65 degree angle, that was a x. I hope you understand this question very easily, and still if you find some sort of a doubt, okay, mark this in the comment, I will explain it again. Okay, let's move to the next question. Okay, Joe and Hannah looked at the triangle DEF. Okay, this is a triangle DEF. Okay, it's a right angle triangle. Okay, Hannah said it's an isosceles triangle. Comment on each of the statement. Okay, so if it is a right angle triangle, the one of its angle should be equal to 90 degree. If it is not 90 degree, that means it is not a right angle triangle. Okay, so we need to see that which one is a correct, right? So if it is a right angle triangle, one of its DEF should be what? 90 degree. And if it is isosceles, that means either two of its interior angles are equal, or two sides of any triangles are equal. So here we will not explore about its sides, but rather exploring on the sides, we will explore on the interior angles of the triangle. Okay, so let's find out, as we discussed earlier, that if I have two lines, right, let me change the color. So here if I have two lines, alright, okay, and they are intersecting at a certain point, that means I can say that the vertical opposite angles are always equals to each other. Alright, so these are vertical opposite angles. So I can see that here, if these two lines are intersecting each other like this, if this is 30 degree, that means this interior angle is also equals to 30 degree. So I can say that this angle is 30 degree. Okay, so angle F we found 30 degree, and this 105 degree. So this is a straight line, right? On a straight line, I can clearly say that on a straight line there is an angle, and the sum of all angles are equal to 180 degree. So that means whatever angle it is, if it is, say, if I say this is an x, and x plus 105 degree, that should be equal to 180 degree. Alright, so I can say that x is equals to 180 degree minus 105 degree. Okay, so x is equal to 180 minus 100 is 80 degree, 80 degree minus 5 is 75 degree. So that means this angle, that's the side one, this one is at 75 degree. So now some of the measures we have here. So this angle is 75 degree. okay, and this angle we already know that this one is a 30 degree because these are vertical opposite angle. All right. Now let's find out what is the value of the angle D. Okay, so you can see that this is 75 degree, this is a 30 degree, right? If one of this angle is a 75 and the second one is a 30 degree, then the third one what should be what? Let's find out. So here 30 degree plus 75 degree is equals to and plus what? This angle. Let's say this is x. Then x plus 30 degree plus 75 degree is equals to how much? It should be 180 degree. Alright. So here x should be equals to 105. Okay. X is equals to 105 minus of 105 plus 180 degree. Alright. Because it came to this side. So 180 minus 105, this equals to 75 degree. Alright. So that means this upward angle, the topmost angle, angle D, is also equals to 75 degrees. So this angle is equals to 75 degrees. Of triangle DEF are equal to each other, and that is angle D and angle E. If the angle D and angle E are equal to each other, they satisfy the definition of isosceles triangle, because we already know that if any triangle has two interior angles equals to each other, that kind of triangle is basically called isosceles triangle, right? So that means we can say that here that since these two angles are equal to each other, that means this kind of triangles are called basically isosceles triangle. So yeah, so one of the candidate, that is Hannah, is saying totally correct that this is an isosceles triangle. Okay, let's move ahead. Let's find out. Next question. The diagram shows three intersecting lines. Work out the value of A. Give reason for your answer. So here, these are the three lines. Alright. And these three intersecting lines, we already know that in the intersection, the vertical opposite angles are always equal to each other. So if this is 80 degree, that means this one is also 80 degree. Alright. And rest of this question, 185, 115 degree, right? So in the 115 degree, this one should be what? This one should be 65 degree, right? Because if I say this angle is x, then x plus 115 degree should be equal to 180 degree. Alright, for this angle. Okay, so x is equal to 180 degree minus 115 degree. Alright, so 180 minus 110 is 70. 70 minus 5 is 65 degree. So we easily know that this angle should be what? 65 degree. Alright, if this is 80, this is 65. Then the third one angle we need to find. Okay, on this angle we need to find what is the value of this. Okay, so we know that if this angle is A, then we can see that angle A plus 80 degree plus 65 degree equals to how much? 180 degree. Alright, so 80 degree plus 65, angle A. 60 plus 80 degree is 140, 140 plus 5 is 145. Okay, so 145 is equals to angle A plus 145 is equals to 180 degree. Okay, so angle A is equals to 180 degree minus 145 degree. Alright, so angle A is equal to 180 minus 140 is 40, 40 plus 5 is 35 degree. So that means it is a 35 degree angle. So here the angle A is 35 degree angle. So this angle should be equals to 35 degree. Okay, so it's a basic concept. You need to understand that how in a triangle interior angles behave. Okay, and in the case of intersecting lines, we always keep in mind that the vertical opposite angles are always equal to each other. Okay, let's move ahead and let's find out what is the next question. Show that in this diagram we need to show that x is equal to A plus B. Okay, we need to show that this exterior angle equals to the sum of the two opposite interior angles in a triangle. Okay, so it's quite simple. So first of all, we need to make the two equations, okay, and put the value of the one equation in the second equation, and then we will get it. Okay, so let's find out. So you know that if I mark this triangle as, let's say this is P, this is Q, and this point is R. Okay, so this is a PQR triangle. Okay, and let's say this is S. Okay, so PS is a straight line, and you can see that PS is a straight line here, right? So in this PS, if it is a straight line, we know that the angle made on a straight line is always equals to 180 degree. Alright, if this is 180 degree, that means I can say that this x plus this inside angle equals to 180 degree. Alright? Okay. But here I can say that this angle B and this A. Okay? And this inside angle, this is also what? These are also sum of equals to 180 degree. Let's write this out first. Okay. Let's say this angle is what? Let me change the color again. Let's say this angle is Y. Okay. So now we can say that in this triangle A plus B plus Y equals to 180 degree, right? This is for equation number 1. Alright, and now for the external angle x and y, right? X plus y is also equals to 180 degree. Alright, so now this is second equation. This is, we can say, second equation. If this is 180 degree, this is 100. Can I put both of them equal? Yeah, we can put them both equal, right? So that means I can say that a plus b plus y equals to x plus y. Alright? And here I can clearly see that this y and y, since they are equal and they are opposite on the left hand side and right side, so you're sharing both symbols, that means these two gets cancelled with each other. Alright? And then I can say that x is equals to a plus b. Alright? So by this we can clearly say that x is equals to AB, and this external angle in this triangle is equals to the interior opposite angles of any triangle. I hope you guys understand it very clearly. I hope you understood the basic feature of any triangle, exterior angle, the basic feature about the exterior angle and interior angle of any triangle. Okay, let's move ahead and let's take next question. Okay, this triangle, point D is on AC. Okay, this is the point D on AC. Work out the size of angle ABD. Alright, so first of all, we need to take this triangle. Okay, let me change the color. In the triangle BDC. Alright, in the triangle BDC, I can say that angle x plus 2x plus 48 degree, it's equals to 180 degree. Alright, so x plus 2x is 3x plus 48 is equals to 180 degree. Alright, so 3x should be equals to 180 degree minus 48 degree. Alright, so 3x, 180 minus 40 is 140. 140 minus 8 is 132. Alright, so x should be equals to 132 divided by 3, so this becomes 44 degree. Alright, so the value of the x is 44. Alright, if the value of the x is 44, then I can say that this angle is 44 times 2, because angle D, right? I can say that angle D is 2x, right? So that means angle D is equals to 88 degree, because 44 times 2 is 88, right? If this is 88, then this one should be what? Angle 180 degree minus 88. Alright? Because angle on a straight line is equals to 180 degree. So that means I can say that here 180 degree minus 88 degree is equals to angle D. Alright? So angle D value has 180 degree minus 88. 180 minus 88, 80 is 100, 100 minus 8 is 92. So that means this angle is 92 degree. So I can clearly see that this angle is 92 degree. I hope you guys understood it very easily. Okay, let's move to the next question. Next question is what? ABC is a triangle, point D is on AC. Work out the size of angle BDA. BD and A. It's a 2x, it's a 50 degree, and this angle. So here in this triangle, we need to find the value of BDA. So let me mark it up. We need to find the value of this angle. Here to find this angle, if you can observe the triangle ABC, then I'll write like this: in triangle ABC. Alright, in the triangle ABC, I can say that 2x plus 50 plus x plus 14 degree plus x, all the sum of equals to what? 180 degree, because ABC itself a triangle, right? A huge triangle, right? If I find this value of the x, I will find this value of triangle, if this angle, right? So here 2x plus x is what? 4x. So 4x, 2x plus x is 3x, 3x plus x is 4x, right? 50 plus 14 is what? 64 degree is equals to 180 degree. Alright? So that means 4x is equals to 180 degree minus 64 degree. I hope you understand it very easily. Okay, so 4x is equals to 180 minus 60 is 120. 120 minus 4 is 116 degree. Alright, so x is equals to 116 degree divided by 4. So that means x is equals to how much? 116 degree divided by 4. So 4 2s are 8 and 4 9s are 36. Right? So this becomes x is equals to 29 degree. So this x here is a 29 degree. And since we know that here this angle A equals to 2x. Right? So that means angle A is equals to 2 times 29. Because x has value 29. So therefore angle A equals to 29 times 2, that is 58. Sorry, 68. 58. Okay, so angle A is 58. Alright, so this angle A is a 58. If this is 58, this is 50, then what is the value of this angle? So we can say that 58 degree plus 50 degree and plus angle D is equals to 180 degree. Alright, so 50 plus 50, 58 is what? 108 degree. 108 plus D is equals to 180 degree. Alright, so D is equals to 180 minus 100 is 80. 80 minus 8 is 72 degrees. So that means this is 72 degree. Alright, so angle D, we found that this BDA is what? 72 degree. We can mark it up very easily. This one is a 72 degree. I hope you understand it easily. Let's move to the next question.